A very good morning, one and all present. This is Dr. Gunjan Shukla from India, and I welcome everyone, each one of you, to this platform again today for continuing the Global Summit, which is going on since last 9 days, and this is the 10th day. We are going to celebrate the SDG Sustainable Development Goal 10, which talks about reduce inequality. We will be starting our session shortly. I request all the guest speakers to switch on the camera. Good morning, Astara ma'am. Good morning, Janika ma'am.
Yeah, good morning, Dr. Gunjan. Good morning, Dr. Jenny.
Good morning.
Yeah,
My pleasure.
good to see you again.
We are just waiting for next 5 minutes more for others to join.
Okay.
So, hello everyone. I'm Dr. Supriya Pathak.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Supriya.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, dear Astara. Good morning, Dr.
Yeah, good
Janice.
morning.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Dear all guest speakers, please switch on your camera so that we can make you the co-host. I would like to request technical team, please make co-host Dr. Janice. Dr. Gunjan Shukla, Dr. Janice will be the first speaker, ma'am.
Right, ma'am.
Yes. We will start in a few minutes. Today, actually, we have a collaboration with the team Oriental University Indore, and the participants, faculty members, all the students will join for the joining hands activity at 9:45 a.m. Actually, as all you know that we have the joining hands gesture like this. This joining hands gesture actually shows that we believe in the collective actions. We believe that together we can achieve more and sustainable world. So today, Team Oriental University Indore, join us on 9:45 a.m. In the chat box, I would like to request tactical team, please in the chat box, text our YouTube link, our live streaming link. Mausam sir, please in the chat box.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes. Here our mentor Christiana Scaler also joined us from the land of Croatia. Yes. Dr. Astara, beautiful Dr. Astara, today is also in the sari. Thank you, dear
Yes.
Astara, ma'am.
For all my fans, and
Yes.
you know, anyway, this is the opportunity for me to wear sari. I got one whole wardrobe of saris, but not using, so it's pleasure.
Great, great, ma'am. Great.
Thank you.
Yes. Actually, Astara ma'am is from Malaysia, and this is the first time on the third edition of the Global Peace and Sustainable Development Summit 2023. Astara ma'am has joined us as the mentor. She will mentor us, she will guide us, she will support us all the 17 days. And the great Christiana ma'am, actually, this is the third time all the three editions Christiana ma'am has attended. And Christiana ma'am for the last 3 years is the mentor of this event. So thank you, Christiana ma'am.
Good morning, good day, good evening to all participants and presenter.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you very much, ma'am. Just after 5 minutes, we will start. Because actually I'm waiting 2 to 3 guest speakers. Actually, for the today's session, we have the 5 guest speakers. Like, right, Astara?
Yes.
Yes. We have the 5 guest speaker, but only one guest speaker has joined us, Dr. Janice.
Yes. We
Yes.
have Christina Konya, Ivy Barreto,
Yes, yes.
I Ren Loyal Sophie, and then our Madam Janice is here,
Yes.
and me, last one.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes.
And my name actually is pronounced Janice.
Okay.
It has an
Oh, sorry.
unusual pronunciation. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Janice. Yeah, Janice.
Janice.
Janice. Yes.
Janice.
Janice. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Am
you.
I
Thank you.
pronounced it correctly? Janice?
Janice. Yes.
Janice.
Yes.
It's a pleasure
Yeah,
to
the
be with
spelling.
you.
Yeah, the spelling shows Janice. But
Janice.
here, Asian country, we just say Janice.
Yes.
Janice.
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 Janice. Yes.
It's a French name, so the
Okay.
pronunciation is
Yes, very
slightly.
seldom people have this spelling. So that's why
Yes.
most of them don't. But actually, we have to pronounce according to the spelling.
Yes.
Janice.
Originally, it was spelled with a G. So
Yes.
Oh, Janice.
a little background. It's a pleasure to be with you.
Sure, ma'am. Definitely. Definitely. It is a pleasure with us, dear, to have you in this global platform. So today we have 2 speakers, Astara ma'am from the land of Malaysia, and the Dr. Janice. Dr. Janice, meanwhile, we are starting in a few minutes. Dr. Janice, please let me know something more about yourself, about your working, and about your experiences, ma'am. Please say a few words, ma'am.
Would you like that now, or would you like me to include it just in my presentation?
No, ma'am. We are just actually chatting to each other. We just
Okay.
want to, yeah, we just want to know
Wonderful.
to each other. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. Well, it's truly a pleasure to be with you. My name is Dr. Janice Farrar Samani, and I can talk about the origins of my other names, but that's for another conversation, perhaps. I'm located in Silicon Valley. I'm currently in Washington, D.C., attending the World Bank Summit. So it's quite an honor to adjust the time. I'm a CEO of a digital transformation company that actually provides green technology. So everything that we do, from the installment and development of data centers, are all offset. So it does not pull or abuse, I use the term abuse, overuse the natural resources. In addition to that, we localize all of the development. We take big data as well as train the workforce. So I say we leave a country better than we entered it. So we provide education transformation to work directly with the individuals to build their companies.
Oh, wow, wow. What a great lady, dear ma'am, you are. What a great lady. Great,
Not
ma'am.
at all.
Great. Dear Estara, please
Yes.
tell me more about yourself, dear.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Dr. Supriya. I'm Estera from Malaysia. By profession, I'm an accountant and engineer who became a business person. I am a telco consultant, but I'm established. I hardly spend even 1 hour or 2 hours for my work, as after many years of in this industry, I have control over my work. So I'm also a parenting and youth development coach, an educator from right after high school. I started my my work, my service, my social service, teaching career as a part-time while I was studying as an educator. So I had my own preschool. So all these grounds were like a training grounds for me, and which have led me into developing myself and upgrading myself in my career. And this is what I could say about
wow.
myself. Nothing much.
Yes.
We
Thank
have
you.
some connecting threads, though. I'm
Yeah.
also a professor of 20 years in
Great.
higher education and engineering. I'm an engineer as well.
Wow,
So
wow.
engineering and business. Oh, that's lovely.
Great, great. I'm actually an IT engineer, but I didn't work as engineer when I started working. I started as an accountant. At the same time, I'm always been an educator. I never
Yes.
stopped teaching. Yes, from preschool, high school, university students, and now I'm a soft skill trainer as well. Many years, I think more than 10 years. I'm a soft skill trainer. So teaching is my passion.
Oh,
And
great.
learning is also my passion. I love to
Amazing.
learn.
Amazing.
That's why I'm
Amazing.
here.
Yes, yes. Actually, this is the common goal, learning. That's
Yes.
why
Love.
we are here. This is the common goal. Yes. So that's why we are here. Yes.
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 We don't learn, we can't teach.
Definitely. Definitely.
Can't.
Dear Christiana, please tell me your profession. Please tell me what what inspire most to attend the summit for the last 3 consecutive years.
Good morning. My vocation is mechanical engineer. I had with my father workshop, and we produce some parts, mechanical parts, for big factory 20 years before. And now my profession is being a professor in technical vocational school. I'm teaching 20 years the subject as manufacturing, industrial design, prototype modeling, new technologies, and I'm the 15 years of coach for training the new teacher. Yeah, beginners. Yes, methodic, didactic, and how to make the lecture, etc. And between that, I'm the coach of the fast reading, because lots of students and old people didn't develop the literacy. Wait a minute. Reading literacy. And because of that, the fast reading developed the skills of the reading and the comprehension. And people with dyslexia, dysgraphia, dyscalculia can read, and this technique can help them. And the last 4 years, I'm the coach of fractal drawing, which helps to grow inner potential or reduce the depression, anxiousness, and simply when you are tired, close, disappointed, and that fractal drawing can develop your emotion in positive way. And lots of workshop I made with my student. My student team every year is changing, and we are traveling from Prague in Czech to Dubrovnik in Croatia, from Trieste in Italy to Beograd in Serbia. We made 500 workshop free for interest public and pupil and students in new technologies, 3D printing, laser cutting, etc. How to produce something with small amount of money, and how to be innovative, and how to recycling, upcycling, etc. And because of that, I'm here 3 years, because always find inspiration. I always find the idea in other parts of the world, and I always impress how young people from Malaysia, from India, from South Africa make something from nothing, because they have inner enthusiasm and inner will how to develop something to be better life for them or for community or environment. Because of that, I'm here 3 years each day, each morning at 5 a.m. because in Croatia now it's 5 a.m. and yes, 15 minutes to 6. Yes. I'm very grateful and honored to be here with Dr. Supriya Patak, with team of Witty Gossip, because they are making amazing work 17 days each year, and collect amazing people who make change in the world, and I want to be with them.
Thank you, dear. Thank you very much, dear. So, yes, now it's a time for the official starting of this Global Peace Sustainable Development Summit, Day 10. As you know, I am Dr. Supriya Pathak, the global convener of the whole event, whole prestigious global summit. Today, on the Day 10, we will address the Sustainable Development Goal 10, which is the reduced inequalities among the countries. So, actually, I just want to say that, yes, there are very inequalities among the countries. Actually, we can say that there are lots of differences between the countries of the different continents. Like if we talk about the Asian countries, if we talk about the African countries, if we talk about the other continents, actually we have the 7 continents. So there are the lots of inequalities among the countries. So actually this is the time that we have to address these kind of inequalities, and we have to find the solutions. Today, with this aim, we are here to address the very critical issue of the SDG 10. So our first honorable guest speaker from the land of Washington, dear Dr. Janice, here with us to address this issue. Now, the Dr. Janice, the whole stage is your, dear ma'am. Please proceed.
Thank you so much for having me this day. It's quite an honor and a pleasure to be a part of this esteemed panel and to witness the learning and the process of the transfer of information that we're going to have today. So it's very, very exciting. So I would like to open up my slide presentation, but I would like to implant and embark upon you to truly have a conversation. And that conversation begins with this initial discussion. So think of it as a call to action. So Sustainable Development 10 is our topic of today. So ladies and gentlemen, it was with great admiration and esteem honor that I will be speaking with you today on this particular topic and addressing this Sustainable Development 10. I am Dr. Janice Farrar-Samani, and we will be focusing on reducing the inequality within and among countries, as outlined in the United Nations Sustainable Development 10. In today's world, inequalities remain at the precipice and persist with the complexity of challenges that are affecting us all, and in every country, rich and poor, developed and developing. It is a barrier to the progress as well as the perseverance of having a sustainable environment where all people can thrive, holding back individuals and their communities, as well as entire nations, from reaching their full potential. Moreover, inequality undermines social cohesion, and it exacerbates the extension and the tendency of not moving forward, lending to the complexity as well as the conflict of instability, and as well as violence in many cases. Fortunately, Goal 10 offers a clear path forward. We can create a more just and equitable world by promoting inclusion and sustainable economic growth, ensuring that equitable as well as equality opportunities for all, and addressing the systematic barriers that actually perpetuate inequalities. This goal is moral, and it is something that is viable to achieving all the sustainable development goals. So this is just a bit about myself. I am the CEO of FSG, which is looking at Future Solutions Group. We focus on digital transformation as well as smart technologies, making them green in all environments that we focus in development. So our motto is true progress is not measured by wealth of a few, but by the well-being of all. So these are QR codes. Feel free to scan them. One is for my company and one is for my website. So with that said, let's really focus on the content. We have just a few minutes together today, but I would like for you to bring your thoughts around this particular SDG goal in this platform, in this framework. One is looking at the dimensions, the challenges, and I will contribute to potential solutions that can at least begin to think about shifting the mindset as we move forward, and then a call to action. So the dimensions that I'd like to share with you are truly to achieve. I'd like to invite you to explore these, first of all, but most importantly, truly to achieve and to meet this particular goal with an aim to reduce inequality within and among countries. And it's very important that we repeat that, because we have to focus on exactly what the aim is for that goal. So thank you for that. Poverty remains as a key challenge within this structure. If we look at some of the actual dimensions themselves, we're thinking about economic inequalities. So as we continue to think about reducing the distribution of wealth, income, as well as resources among people and communities, it includes assuring such as poverty, the lack of access to basic services, and limiting economic opportunities. Looking at our social inequalities, these are a framework, keep that in mind. Of course, we can always think of more inequalities, but identifying these social inequalities, this refers to the unequal distribution of power, looking at opportunities and privilege among different social groups based upon factors such as race, gender, education, ethnicity, religion, and disability. It includes such as discrimination, as well as marginalized and exclusion. Our third point here is looking at the political inequalities. This refers to unequal distribution of political power and influence among individuals and groups. If you include these issues such as unequal representation, the lack of opportunity to actually vote, and it's very interesting, today it was quoted, sometimes it's easier to get a weapon than it is to get to the polling booths. These inequalities truly do lack accountability. If we look at our environmental inequalities, this refers to the unequal distribution of environmental benefits and the burdens in which individuals and communities, and I'll add the advancement of technology, really do play a critical role on the issues of pollution, climate change, as well as natural resource depletion. So keep these in mind as a framework as we look at the actual challenges themselves. So as we address these challenges, we want to think about how we can be inclusive and have equitable growth, as well as ensuring this across services, opportunities, eliminating discrimination and exclusion, and being more inclusive in the processes and the systems that we develop. So here I've identified poverty, discrimination, political and economic inclusion, as well as the imbalance within that framework. Looking at how COVID-19 actually impacted us and what has happened through the identification and the reckoning, the awareness that during COVID, we actually had disparities. Individuals that were part of that or in a vulnerable community already knew of that, but it came to the forefront. It bubbled up to the top, if you will, those inequalities, as well as climate change, looking at the disproportion and the vulnerable communities in which climate change is truly impacting. So now we would like to contribute. I'd like for you to think about, and as I have explored, just some ideas just to contribute to the solution itself. To achieve, I see this as the opportunity to actually meet the need of this particular goal. I truly believe that we can thrive and that the fullest potential of who we are as individuals and as communities that are part of countries and a global ecosystem, if we provide access to resources, keeping in mind these environmental inequities and having opportunities to actually thrive is where we want to focus. So thinking of reducing, again, focusing on reducing poverty, increasing social cohesion. And thank you so much for bringing us together today, because that truly is social cohesion. Thinking of a greater economic growth across the board for developing and developed countries, and also including and improving health outcomes. We can use technology in that space, which is one opportunity and goal that FSG is truly working on, the use of technology to level set and to improve healthcare in particular, enhancing human development. We were talking about earlier, this knowledge transfer. This is a key part of what we all do, and all of the speakers today are connected with that knowledge transfer and knowing that education is the key here. So I have a call to action, and that call to action really, truly is something that I hope will stimulate and shift some of our thinking. We all have a role to play, and together we can create a world and values that have equality and are equitable and are just for all. So let us answer this call to action, and work toward achieving a sustainable development goal 10. Reducing inequality within and amongst countries. We must acknowledge that inequality, and that is first and foremost, acknowledge that the inequality truly does exist. And that is truly what came out of the pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic. If we acknowledge this, that it exists in every corner of the world and affects us all, whether we are aware of it or not, it becomes truly a moral issue. It's something that is brought forward so everyone can see it and address it, that everyone can thrive if it is improved upon. To achieve this goal, we must come together and take action. Come together and take action. We need to advocate for policies that promote inclusion, economic growth, equality of access and equity within access of services, and empower the marginalized and those vulnerable communities. We must also address discrimination and exclusion wherever we see it. Identify it, say something about it, and take action to promote as well as to respect the diversity and human dignity. Each of us, everyone today has a role to reduce inequality, whether it is through volunteering, donating, advocating, managing, owning your own organization, or working in a department of a company. And the sense of belonging, bringing the belonging together, as well as the cohesion and being conscious of your biases as well as your privileges. Let us work together to create a world where everyone has the chance to reach their full potential, regardless of their background or their circumstance. The time for action is now. Let us answer the call and work together toward achieving goal 10 and creating a more just and equal world for all. In the words of the great civil rights leader, Martin Luther King Jr., injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. So let us stand together to fight against this inequality, and let us never forget that more just and equal world is possible. So in my closing comments, as I come to this close of this presentation, this is only a mild pause to really focus on the UN SDG Goal 10. It is a reminder of the image of and the emergence, if you will, of the challenges that lie ahead of us in reducing this inequality within our countries and within the world. We have the opportunity of learning about the persistence of the disparity that continues to exist in income, in wealth, in education, in health, and in other areas that I'm sure may impact individuals on this call. So keep that in mind, as well as any back fallouts from COVID-19, because we all were impacted in some way. However, we always should be reminded of that there is a solution that exists, and to empower and how powerful the potential for change is, to lie within each other, to lean into one another by promoting inclusion, sustainable economic growth, ensuring that equal access to basic services is something that can happen immediately. Empowering marginalized and vulnerable individuals, keeping in mind our seniors and our youngest citizens of the globe, and strengthening our global partnerships. We can actually create a world that is more just and equitable and sustainable. As we reflect on the lessons learned today from all of the speakers, I am reminded of the writing of Nelson Mandela, who said, as long as poverty and injustice and gross impropriety, whether it be inequity, etc., exist in the world, none of us can truly rest. So let us take these words to heart and continue our work toward achieving SDG Goal 10 and building a better world for all. Thank you. Please do connect with me. It's a great pleasure and honor to speak with you all today. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Janice. Wow. I'm speechless looking at your presentation. This is so well presented, articulated, and you took us all together to dive in together with you into dimensions, challenges, potential solution, and call to action. Wow, I really love the quote of great man Nelson Mandela. It's true, the world leaders are striving to resolve all the inequalities, although there are still many of them are heading towards being selfish, war, and all that, you know, but this world is still a better place with many leaders like you and Dr. Supriya and many others.
Yes. So, sir, I would like to request you, please switch on your my camera and please make me co-host, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes. Your, Dr. Janice, your presentation your speech is so powerful, insightful, and phenomenal. You covered everything. I think the coming speakers have nothing much to talk. It will be just a repetition because you covered every area and inspired every one of us. Thank you so much, Dr. Janice, for being here with us today. And we hope that you will be with us in coming years. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dear
Truly my
Dennis.
pleasure.
Just click me your screenshot with the joining hands. Please do this gesture, dear. Yeah, dear, little bit up. Yes, little bit up. Yes, yes. Amazing, amazing. Thank you very much, dear. We will post this screenshot on our official Facebook page. So thank you, dear. Thank you very much, dear, for joining us.
Thank you. It's quite my pleasure. My honor to do so.
Yes, yes, definitely, dear, definitely. Actually, this is our honor that we believe in the collective actions. We believe in the joining hands. We believe in the teamwork. So thank you, dear. Thank you very much. Bharti ma'am, actually, we have a very few students. Actually, most of the students, I think, left the meeting. So Bharti ma'am, please, please text the messages in the group.
Sure, ma'am. Sure. I'll do the needful.
Yes, sir. Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Actually, here she is the Bharti Kankwani, ma'am. Actually, she is the one of the global convener from the Expression Learning Resource Private Limited. The Expression Learning Resource Private Limited, actually one of the yes, the Expression Learning Resource Private Limited is one of our great sponsor, our collaborator to host this event. Dr. Janice, yes. Dr. Janice, please switch on your camera. Because yes, ma'am. Yes. Thank you very much, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And actually, Dr. Janice, in a few minutes, we will actually with the team Oriental University Indore. So I am requesting to you, Dr. Janice, please be with us. Our honorable guest of honor, Professor Dr. Rashmi Somani, actually joined us for the today's session. Professor Dr. Rashmi Somani, thank you very much, ma'am, for joining us. Professor Dr. Sunil K. Somani, our honorable chief guest from the team Oriental University Indore, has already joined us. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. After the presentation of Astara ma'am from the land of Malaysia, we will start the inaugural. We will start actually the address of the Professor Dr. Sunil K. Somani, the Vice Chancellor of Team Oriental University Indore. Professor Dr. Sunil K. Somani, I would like to request you, please switch on your camera for the photograph. Yes, sir. I am giving you a spotlight. Yes, thank you very much, sir. Yes, sir. So now, dear Astara ma'am, please deliver your presentation, ma'am. Now the whole virtual stage is your, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Supriya. Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to dear all audience, guest speakers, dignitaries, and all participants. It is great pleasure today for me to share about Sustainable Development Goal 10. As I mentioned earlier, Dr. Janice has covered everything, so I can go very fast on my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Let me share the screen.
I would like to request technical team, Mausam sir, please make the co-host to Astara ma'am.
Yes, I need.
Yes, ma'am. She is co-host.
Thank you. Yes, today we are all plunging into SDG goal number 10, reduce inequalities. What is SDG 10? What is income inequalities? We have various areas like what mentioned by Dr. Janice, economic, social, political, environmental inequalities. And I will be touching more into income inequalities. Sustainable Development Goal 10 has 10 targets and 11 indicators. Global Goal 10 has been a center point for human development for hundreds of years. People like Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., Sojourner Truth, and millions of others dedicated their lives to fighting for equal rights. These historical figures live on and are remembered today because of what the impact they have made in reducing inequalities around the world. And today we have our young lady, Malala Yousafzai. Almost 2 in 10 people are reported having personally experienced discrimination on at least one of the grounds established by international human rights law. So what does this mean? It means standing up for equal human rights for people of all races, gender, and socio-economic status. And it means not discriminating between classes of people, no matter who they are or where they come from. Then, what is income inequality? Income inequality is how unevenly income is distributed throughout a population. The less equal distribution, the higher inequality is. Income inequality is often accompanied by wealth inequality, which is unevenly distributed, uneven distribution of wealth. Income inequality, such as Gini coefficient index, can be used to analyze the level of income inequality in a population. The different types of income segmentations studied where analyzing income inequality may include distributions of gender, ethnicity, social status, geographical locations, education, historical income, sexual orientation, and disability. Why it matters? What's the goal here? To reduce inequalities within and among countries. Why? Inequalities based on income, sex, age, disability, sexual orientation, race, class, ethnicity, religion, and opportunity continue to persist around the world because it threatens long-term social and economic development. It harms poverty reduction and destroys people's sense of fulfillment and self-worth. It breeds crime, disease, and environmental degradation. We cannot achieve sustainable development goals if people are excluded from the chance for better life. And despite some positive signs, inequality is growing for more than 70% of the global population, exacerbating the risk of division and hampering economic and social development. COVID-19 is another factor, is hitting the most vulnerable people the hardest, and those same groups are often experiencing increased discrimination. What is the current global status of SDG 10? Let's see. Reducing inequalities and ensuring no one is left behind are integral to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. Inequality within and among countries is a persistent cause for concern. The effects of COVID-19 pandemic appear to be reversing any positive trends of narrowing income inequalities. The pandemic has also intensified structural and systemic discrimination. Emerging markets and development economies are experiencing slow recoveries, widening disparities in income between countries. The number of refugees and migrants' deaths worldwide reached the highest absolute number on record in 2021. Meanwhile, the war in Ukraine rages on, forcing even more people fleeing from their homes and creating one of the largest refugee crises in recent memory. What are the targets in SDG 10? Number 1 will be by 2030, progressively achieve the sustained income growth of bottom 40% of population at a rate higher than the national average. Number 2, by 2030, empower and promote the social, economic, and political inclusion of all, irrespective of age, sex, disability, race, ethnicity, origin, religion, or economic or other status. Number 3, it ensures equal opportunity and reduce inequalities of outcome, including by eliminating discrimination laws, policies, and practices, and promoting appropriate legislation, policies, and action in this regard. Number 4, adopt policies, especially fiscal, wage, and social protection policies, and progressively achieve greater equality. Number 5, improve the regulation and monitoring of global financial markets and institutions and strengthen the implementation of regulation. Number 6, ensure enhanced representation, voice for developing countries in decision-making in global international economic and financial institute to order to deliver more effective, credible, accountable, and legitimate institution. Number 7, facilitate orderly, safely, regular, and responsible migration and mobility of people, including through the implementation of planned and well-managed migration policies. Number 11 actually is implement principle of special and differential treatment for developing countries, in particular least developed countries, in accordance with World Trade Organization agreement. Encourage official development assistance and financial flows, including foreign direct investment to states where the need is greatest, in particular least developed countries, African countries, small islands developing states, and landlocked developing countries, in accordance with the national plans and programs. Finally, by 2030, reduce to less than 3% the transaction cost of migration remittance, eliminate and remittance corridors with costs higher than 5%. This is the source from Sustainable Development Goals reported in 2022. How do we tackle discrimination? In today's world, we are interconnected. Problems and challenges like poverty, climate change, migration, or economic crisis are never just confined to one country or region. Even the richest countries still have communities living in abject poverty. The oldest democracies still wrestle with racism, homophobia, transphobia, and religious intolerance. Global inequalities affects us no matter who we are and where we are from. So the question is, can we achieve equality for everyone? It can be done and should be done, achieved to ensure a life of dignity for all. Political, economical, social policies need to be universal and pay particular attention to the needs of disadvantaged and marginalized community. How to reduce inequalities? Inequalities can be reduced. It requires transformative change. Greater efforts are needed to eradicate extreme poverty and hunger, and invest more in health, education, social protection, and decent jobs, especially for young people, migrants, and refugees, and other vulnerable communities. Within countries, it is important to empower and promote inclusive social and economic growth. We can ensure equal opportunity and reduce inequalities of income if we eliminate discriminatory law, policies, and practices. Among countries, we need to ensure that developing countries are better represented in decision-making on global issues so that solutions can be more effective, credible, and accountable. Governments and other stakeholders can also promote safe, regular, and responsible migration, including thorough planned and well-managed policies for the millions of people who have left their homes seeking better lives due to war, discrimination, poverty, lack of opportunity, and other drivers of migration. Tools, we have 12 tools. Raising wages, other benefits, make the income system more progressive, cap the ratio of top executive pay to workers' pay, raise the tax on carried interest, remove or reduce home mortgage interest deduction, strengthen and earn income tax, or establish a universal basic income program, close offshore tax havens, pass a tax on financial transactions, pass a tax on high-value luxury goods, establish a wealth tax, raise the estate tax. I think I'll go to the next. Thank you so much. Due to time constraint, I have to cut short my presentation. Thank you, everyone, for your attention.
Yes, thank you, dear Astara ma'am. Thank you very much for your wonderful presentation, ma'am. Thank you, thank you. Actually, your presentation was very insightful. And here, what an amazing view. Actually, the team Oriental University Indore is started to gather on the smart classroom. And from the actually from the this smart classroom, together we believe that yes, we have to put our efforts for the collective actions to achieve the more empowered and the more sustainable world. So now, moving ahead, I would like to invite our honorable chief guest, Professor Dr. Sunil K. Somani, to address the critical issue of the Sustainable Development Goal 10, reduced inequalities among the countries. So here is the Professor Dr. Sunil K. Somani. Please make a virtual clap and please applaud the Professor Dr. Sunil K. Somani. Please make the virtual clap. Yes. So now Professor Dr. Sunil K. Somani, the whole virtual stage is yours, sir. Please proceed.
Yeah, good morning, everybody from India. And it may be say afternoon, noon, or evening, or night at different parts of the world. So happy day. I believe that all the organizations, Witty Gossip and Expressions Learning, along with the friend organizations from different part of the world, they are also doing great job for achieving or targeting the sustainable development goals which are there. In particularly, if we talk of goal 10, Estera Madam has already given a glimpses of this, and the whole of the conference or today's seminar will be devoted on this. So I won't take much on the issues related with the sustainable development goal. But I would like to tell you that Oriental University is in line with achieving all the sustainable development goals as narrated, and time to time we are participating in all the development activities related to this. Our students, our faculty members, they are all doing a great job here. I believe that since last 2 years we have joined hand with Witty Gossip and Expression Learning for such kind of initiatives. We are doing it in university as well as promoting the activities in other organizations which are within our reach. Using the virtual platform, definitely our reach has increased all over, and it's not confined to the university premises or maybe in the local city or India, but all over the world we are there. I believe that today's full day dedication of different speakers and the participants will help to improve the understanding on SDs. All the best to everyone, and I am thankful to all the participants, whether they are only the listeners or They are the learned people delivering the talk. I am congratulating on behalf of myself as well as on behalf of Oriental University to the organizers for such kind of initiatives for improvement of the humankind in general. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you very much, sir, for your enlightening speech related to the Sustainable Development Goal. And as sir said that in the Oriental University Indore, we are actually doing some collective actions to educate our young minds, to educate our future entrepreneurs about all the Sustainable Development Goals. Here, I would like to announce that to address the Sustainable Development Goal, SDG 14, Life Below Water, the team Oriental University Indore's students will present their views, present their posters to address this critical issue, life below water. Here, now we can see that the team Oriental University Indore has gathered in our smart classroom, and from that room, actually, they will show the sign of joining hands. So, yes. So I am just taking this screenshot. Yes. So what is an amazing view? What is an amazing view? We actually believe that we have to put our efforts to promote all the sustainable development goals. So thank you very much, Team Oriental University Indore. I would like to also request some of the faculty members, please take the screenshot, please take the shot from the whole class. Yes. So here is the, yes, actually here. Yeah. Thank you very much, technical team. Thank you. I would like to also request Aparna ma'am. Aparna ma'am, please take a shot from the mobile, or you can give your mobile to any student. So just hold down. I am pasting this screenshot. Yes, first is done. Yes. Now, again, I would like to request, please join your hands. Actually, we have give the spotlight to the smart classroom. Yes. Yes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you, all the students. Thank you, all the team Oriental University Indore, for doing your efforts to promote the sustainable development goals. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, dear Dr. Jani. Thank you, Professor Dr. Sunil K. Sobani, for motivating, for inspiring our all students, and for your wonderful guidance, for your amazing guidance, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. And the team, the whole team, Expression Learning Resource Private Limited, and the team Witty Gossip Association will definitely join with the team Oriental University Indore in the upcoming events related to the SDGs. So thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much again. Dear Estara, please put your views. Please say some words for the collective actions from the team Oriental University Indore. Please, dear Estara.
Thank you, Dr. Subriyam. I have been here from day one, and I'm amazed with the performance of the students from Oriental University Indore, and also the speakers, the supporters, the facilitators. And I see that these students are committed and has great initiative in getting this conference a successful one. And they have earned great praises, a lot of praises from us, the audience, the dignitaries, and speakers and participants. Thank you so much for being with us. Keep up the good work, and we are all here together with you to learn, to enjoy your knowledge imparted. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dear Astara. Thank you very much. Now, today we have the Christiana Skeller from the land of Croatia. Dear Christiana, ma'am, please put your insights for the collective actions. Actually, the whole students, the whole faculty members, actually today put their efforts to promote the sustainable development goals and promoting this gesture, the joining hands. So, dear Christiana, ma'am, the whole stage is yours, ma'am. Please put your insights, ma'am.
Good morning, good day, good evening to all participants and especially the students. And I'm from the first day of this year, 17 Sustainable Development Goals Global Summit by Witty Gossip organization prepared for all us. I'm pleasantly surprised for this parallel connecting, because always see one man, woman from other side of the my laptop display, and it's amazing to see all the classroom with you, and I'm surprised how you devoted and how you prepare, how you be with all of us and prepare presentation and prepare presenters. And you are amazing students which learning the English, because that is not your native language, and amazing skills for presentation. And I'm surprised that you want to share your knowledge, your research, your experience, and grow with us. And I'm so honored to be with you and see how many of you are here.
Thank you, dear. Thank you, dear Christiana, ma'am. We have also Dr. Janice from the Washington, USA. Dear Dr. Janice, please share your experience, ma'am.
Well, thank you so much,
Yes, ma'am.
Janice Samani. I'm actually located in Silicon Valley. I'm temporarily in Washington, D.C. for a global event. So it brings me great pleasure and great honor to be a part of this initiative. Thank you so much for reaching out to me and connecting me with being able to have collective hands from around the world on this particular initiative of inequality, to address the inequality, because I truly see that it is a true call to action, that we can level set and come together with like minds, like hearts and spirits to bring our collective intelligence to move this initiative forward, to make change in the world. So this is my first experience with Witty. So call upon me anytime. And of course, learning is always a wonderful tool and vessel that we can come together. As we said earlier, we had a connective thread, and I didn't know what was going on in the background, but now to see it all put together, again, thank you so much, because it truly is meant to be. And with that said, I believe that with the thoughts and the individuals that are present, as well as the students, which are key to this, we can all move forward and make the world a better place. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Dr. Janice. First of all, the whole team, Oriental University Indore, the whole team of Witty Gossip Association, and the whole team of Expression Learning Resource Private Limited actually are grateful to have you today in this global platform. And same, dear Astara ma'am. Actually, the Astara ma'am and the Christiana ma'am are the mentors of this event, are the mentors of this great event. So thank you very much. Again, for the great shot, I would like to request, actually I'm giving the spotlight, just hold on. Dear Astara, dear Christiana, yes, and our honorable Chief Guest, Professor Dr. Sunil K. Somani. Yes, please collectively do the, yes. Yes, wow, what a view, what a view. Thank you very much. So all of my mentor, dear Dr. Janice, dear Dr. Astara, dear Dr. Christiana, and Professor Dr. Sunil Somani, thank you very much to address the SDG 10 on today's session. Thank you, dear Bharti ma'am, from the team of Expression Learning Resource Private Limited. Thank you very much, ma'am. Just because of your efforts, just because of the team expression, actually the summit is going on in a very smooth and a most systematic manner. So thank you, dear Bharti ma'am. Actually, Dr. Parul Sharda ma'am also has joined us, but maybe she will not able to switch on the camera. Dr. Parul Sharda ma'am is one of the global convener of this team. So thank you all of you. Thank you very much for joining us on the today's session. Yes, here is the Dr. Parul Sharda ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. Dear ma'am, would you like to say something, ma'am?
Greetings to everyone, to all the respected dignitaries who are here. Namaste to all the dignitaries from who has joined from the different parts of the world. And my special namaste to Dr. Sunil Somani sir. He is my mentor. And I have seen the auditorium full of students, and again, two my mentors were sitting there, Dr. Ashmi Sumani ma'am and Dr. Manmeet Singh. So heartful greetings to each and everyone. Heartful greetings to dear Estera ma'am, Dr. Janice, and I can, endorse this thought which Dr. Supriya ma'am has just said, that the team expression English is really putting a lot of efforts for managing this whole summit in a very smooth manner, in a hybrid mode. This type of the global in this global platform, when all the people from different time zones are connected, and the sessions are going on very smooth, very nicely. So it is all because the team efforts, of course, but special, the applause goes to the team expression learnings. So here is applause from my side. Thank you so much to everyone.
Thank you, dear Dr. Parul Sharda ma'am. Ma'am, I would like to request, ma'am, for the great pick of the day, ma'am, please join your hands. Yes, thank you, dear ma'am. Thank you very much. So now it's a time to end the meeting. Tomorrow we will address the SDG 11 with the Acropolis Institute, Acropolis Group of Institution Indore. So be with us today. Actually, tomorrow the SDG 11 will be addressed by the whole students and by the whole faculty members of the Acropolis. And as I mentioned that actually I am the faculty member of the Team Oriental University Indore. So that's why I'm saying again and again, don't forget to join us on the day 14. Day 14 will be addressed by the Team Oriental University Indore students, and the students will present their presentations on the SDG 14, Life Below Water. So thank you all of you. Thank you very much for joining us. It's a time to say goodbye. So I am Dr. Supriya Pathak signing off. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Thank you, Professor Dr. Sunil Somani. Thank you, Christiana ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Janice. Thank you, dear Astara. Your presentation was awesome. And Dr. Janice, I really believe that your insights to address the SDG 10 is really awesome. And definitely our students actually will learn, will actually take these insights to find the solutions. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am, for joining us. Thank you.
Supriya ma'am, I would take you 2 minutes. I'm so I came out to
Sure, Bharti ma'am. Sure, Bharti ma'am. The whole virtual stage is here.
Yeah. I would like to thank Dr. Somani sir for having Oriental University in Indore. Whenever I think about universities and colleges in Indore, the work Oriental is doing, it's literally great. And we are honored to be associated with Oriental University. And sir, you literally have gems in your crown, like Dr. Supriya Pathak. She is the love actually. And we are happy to associate it with you. And I would request all of you to join on Goal 15 as well. As one of the government school, Atri Devi Government Higher Secondary School students will be participating on Goal 15. So they are quite innocent. You can understand the importance and the status of students of government schools. So I would be highly obliged if you all will join on that day as well to motivate all the students. And thank you, Estara ma'am. You are literally, you are becoming one of my favorite personal person in my list. And in Sari, you have become the love now. Thank you so much, Kristana ma'am, for being here for last 3 years and motivating us every day. Thank you, Dr. Jenny ma'am, Dr. Parul ma'am, Dr. Rashmi ma'am, and every eminent speakers and all the expression students, those who are putting their hard efforts to be here every day by leaving their work and maybe sometimes missing their college just to listen all of them. Thank you so much. Thank you, Supriya ma'am. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you, Bharti ma'am. Thank you, Bharti ma'am. Here, actually, I would like to mention that to address the SDG 15, the Team Witty Gossip Association, Team Expression Learning Resource Private Limited, and the Team Oriental University Indore actually collaborated with the Atri Devi Sudamanagar Government School. And from that government school, 14 girls will address the SDG 15, and our Honorable District Education Officer, Shri Manglesh Vyas, will join us on that day. So we will having directly live streaming from the from that government school. And definitely, Bharti ma'am, the whole team in Oriental University Indore actually will with you. Maybe we will with you virtually, or maybe we will with you physically. So thank
We
you, dear
want you
Bharti
here
ma'am.
physically, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, I will definitely try to join you physically because actually on the 15th, there is a Saturday, and here actually Dr. Rashmi Subani ma'am. So I already requested to Dr. Rashmi Subani ma'am that ma'am, if possible, if you have if you don't have any busy schedule on that day, so ma'am, please join directly on the Sudamanagar Devi Atre School, government school. So thank you, Bharti ma'am. Thank you very much. So I think now we should end the meeting, or someone want to say
Sure,
something
ma'am, sure.
more.
Thank
Yes.
you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, dear ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you, all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Professor Dr.
You have a
Sunil
great day.
Keshavan. Once again, yes. Thank you, Bharti ma'am. Thank you, Estara. Thank you, Dr. Parul Sharda ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. Thank you. Thank you, Professor Dr. Rashmi Somani, because just because of your true efforts, ma'am, just because of your will, today's actually Team Oriental University Indore has joined on the day 10. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am, for all your support and for all your kindness, ma'am. Here again, I would like to mention that Professor Dr. Rashmi Somani is the today's guest of honor, and just because of her will, actually the whole Team Oriental University Indore gathered in the smart classroom, and they actually shows this kind gesture of joining hands. So thank you very much, Professor Dr. Rashmi Somani. Thank you, dear Nino, for joining us from the land of Georgia. Actually, I know that you are very busy, but just because of your actually your dedication towards the SDG, you every day join from the land of Georgia. So thank you each and everyone. Thank you very much. So it's a time to say goodbye. Thank you very much. Thank you.